Welcome to Impact Makers Radio, featuring industry thought leaders sharing problem-solving insights to help grow your business and live the life you love. And here's your host, Stewart Andrew Alexander.
Hi, and welcome to our very first conversation on this, our Let's Talk Bankruptcy conversation series. And with that said, I'm so happy to welcome attorney Christian Kim, who is the shareholder of Dumas Kim APC, calling in all the way from Los Angeles, California. Now, Christian, who has a wealth of experience in the area of bankruptcy and commercial litigation, will be talking to you today about being a creditor in bankruptcy. So, if you're one of the many people who are owed money, as in creditors, in the Los Angeles, California area, it might be a good idea for you to down tools. Maybe log out of Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or anything else you happen to be doing which may cause a distraction. Dust off a notepad and pen and get ready to take some notes as Christian shares with us what he has to say today. So with that said, let's not keep him waiting any longer. Welcome to the show, Christian.
Thank you, Stuart. Glad to be here.
You are so welcome, my friend. So let's just jump feet first in then, Christian. Briefly, in your own words, can you describe the kinds of people you serve and the various types of situations they find themselves in when they reach out to you for your help?
Well, Stuart, I represent debtors, creditors, and bankruptcy trustees in bankruptcy cases. And on the creditor side, oftentimes people come to me where an individual has filed a bankruptcy and that individual owes the client money and they don't know what to do. On the debtor side, people come to me where they're in a lot of debt or they've been sued and have no choice but to file a bankruptcy.
Okay, so it goes without saying then, Christian, that anything you share with us today is not legal advice or legal assistance. And I'm pretty sure in all the years that you've been working, helping your clients, that there are many misconceptions that you come across. We are restricted by time, so could you just share the most common misconception that you come across while you're out there helping your clients?
Well, I think the most common misconception that creditors have is that if somebody that owes them money files a bankruptcy, they think that there's no way they'll get anything. But in fact, in many situations, creditors can receive some compensation even though a debtor has filed a bankruptcy.
Right, so based on what you just shared with us then, Christian, and obviously keeping your client's confidentiality in mind, can you share with us an example of how you actually helped somebody who came to you with that misconception, with that challenge that you just described, and what kind of transformational results you were able to gain for them?
Sure. I had a group of individuals come to me after they'd seen 4 other lawyers, and they were desperate to get paid from a restaurant that filed a bankruptcy. None of the other lawyers wanted to take their case because they thought there's no way that they would collect anything. But in fact, I came in as counsel at the 11th hour and negotiated a resolution that ended up getting them close to $200,000.
Fantastic. Now, Christian, just as a reminder, we are talking today about being a creditor in bankruptcy. Now, with that in mind, and for those people who are owed money, as in creditors, and they're out there listening in and wanting to know more, what's the most common but unknown pitfall that you'd like them to be aware of, no matter how they feel, no matter what kind of situation they find themselves in?
Sure. Well, for example, in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, when a bankruptcy trustee determines that there's assets that may be distributed to creditors, the trustee sends out what's called a notice of assets to the creditors. Once you get that notice of assets, there's a deadline that's placed where creditors have a certain amount of time to file what's called a proof of claim. Now, a lot of creditors decide that it's not worth their time, or they think that they won't get anything, and they don't file their proof of claim. And ultimately, they end up getting nothing because they failed to file on time. So my biggest tip is for creditors that receive such a notice to timely file a proof of claim. Now, this is something that can be relatively simple and is a form that you can download off the bankruptcy court's website.
Right. So, Christian, how long have you been an attorney and working in this field?
Sure. I've been an attorney since 2004. I'm a certified bankruptcy specialist, certified by the state of California. And I went to law school in San Francisco at UC Hastings and college at the University of Washington, Seattle.
So is this something that you still enjoy then, Christian?
Yes, very much so. I love helping people either as debtors who can get a fresh start or as on behalf of creditors and to help them recover something from their situation.
So I'd like you just to picture the kinds of people who come to you for your help, and they're wanting to dig a little bit deeper into the topic of being a creditor in bankruptcy. Now, with that picture in mind, Christian, before we go, what final thoughts would you like to share with them so that they can take something away from this interview today?
Well, I think that if you're a creditor involved in a bankruptcy case, the first thing is to consult with an attorney to get competent legal counsel regarding what you can and can't do, and your and the likelihood of recovering anything in a bankruptcy.
All right. So finally then, Christian, this has gone so quickly and you've shared lots of great information in the short amount of time that we do have together. If there is somebody out there who feels they want to know more about their situation of being a creditor in bankruptcy, how can they get in touch with you? Where would they find you, Christian?
Well, they can find out more information about my firm at my firm's website at www.dumas-law.com, or they can give me a call at 213-368-5000 to schedule an interview.
Okay, fantastic. So whether you're out there driving in your car, tuning in at work, or maybe you're working out at the gym and listening in on your personal headset, that's all we have time for today. Again, that was Christian Kim, attorney. Thank you so much for sharing so generously with us today, Christian. You certainly have demonstrated that you are a true educator and advocate for your client's success. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Stewart.
You are so welcome, Christian. I'd also like to say a big thank you to you, the listener. Without you, where would we be? We wouldn't have a show. So thank you for joining us on this very insightful and informative conversation with one of the leading attorneys in the Los Angeles, California area. Again, that was Christian Kim. Remember his name. Make sure you check him out. Give him a call. Drop in an email. I'm sure you're going to be in good hands. So again, my name is Stewart Andrew Alexander, and we'll be back shortly with some more leading professionals in this, our series of Let's Talk Bankruptcy Conversations. So until then, take care, have a great day, and we'll talk real soon.
Thank you for tuning in to Impact Makers Radio. To listen to all past, present and future industry thought leaders and trendsetters, visit us at impactmakersradio.com.